Too many of the natural therapists are trying the impossible task of riding two horses at once, the horses going in opposite directions. The mental gymnastics and logical somersaults that they perform in trying to reconcile their two opposite courses of action fill all rings of a five-ring circus. Why are herbs used for medical purposes? Because people are after the toxicity. The toxic effect has several side effects. We feel stimulated because of the sudden rush to throw the toxin out. And we lose so much energy that certain disease symptoms will stop, because the detox will stop temporarily. So it will look like the disease has stopped. But as hygienists, we want to keep the detox going, and we want to have high energy, because we want the cause of our diseases to disappear. We don't want a cosmetic solution. Herbs are not foods. Herbs are used as drugs. Anything that goes into the body is digested and used according to body needs. If it can be used, it is a food. The living body will not absorb but reject herbs as toxic. Herbs are not employed as foods but drugs. Herbs, like all drugs, are used to suppress and temporarily relieve symptoms and thereby enervate the body and cause toxemia. Herbs do not remove the causes of disease. The dictionary defines as a drug, any substance, whether vegetable or mineral, used for medicinal purposes. An herb is defined as a plant or plant part valued for its medicinal, savory or aromatic qualities. As America's foremost herbologist, Michael Moore of Santa Fe, New Mexico, USA, wrote, "Herbs have cumulative toxic effects. Most medicinal herbs have little or no value as nutrients and should be viewed instead as purposely ingested mild toxins. Herbs do not cure all. Herbal cures have two things in common: they do not remove causes, and they do not constitute normal needs of health and life. No herbal substance foreign to the body can cure the body. Something that makes a healthy person sick cannot make a sick person healthy. Only substances and practices that promote health can enable the return of health. You cure ham, not living beings." Many mistakenly believe that certain herbal therapies or treatments can perform specific actions upon the body to effect a cure. The idea is that some extravital herbal agent or influence can, of its own power, restore health to a sick living being. People self-heal in spite of, not because of the herbs eaten. Only your inherent intelligence, your God within, can homeostatically heal your body. If a sick person who has taken an herb recovers, he or she self-heals, in spite of the herb, not because of the herb. The alleged curative effects of all herbs are the efforts of the body to resist and expel them. Herbs, instead of being digested and being utilized as foods, are expelled as toxic. Herbs, like all drugs, will kill you if taken in large doses. All plants are herbs. There are millions of different plants and herbs on Earth. They also contain toxins. The inherent intelligence, the God within, tells us which plants and herbs to eat, by their respective palatability. If something is to be eaten as a food, it can be digested and absorbed and may become part of the body's structure, blood, cells, tissue, nerve, etc., and the body thereby feels and functions satisfactorily. Unprocessed herbs as grown in the wild, generally are bitter, strong, foul-tasting, repulsive and nauseating. If you eat an unpalatable herb, your body rejects it by causing you to vomit, to have diarrhea, to increase urination, to increase sweating, walls it off by the formation of a cyst or tumor, or in any other manner speedily expels it. If something to be eaten is not palatable, it is toxic for the living being. All herbs are fatal when taken in large enough doses. Those unprocessed plants that are palatable will not kill you, if eaten in large quantities. Wild animals refuse to eat many of the plants growing around them. Herbs cause symptomatic distress. Unpalatable herbs, when eaten, cause the inherent intelligence, the God within, in an attempt to expel the herbs, to produce pain, dizziness, other physiological discomforts, mental distress, such as hallucinations and delusions, and spiritual dysfunction. Herbs are not used for their nutritional values. Herbalists do not use herbs for their nutritive qualities. In addition to using herbs as drugs, they also use them as home remedies, cosmetics, gourmet condiments, seasonings, perfumes, household scents, packs, compresses, ointments, insect repellents, and antiseptics.